Keep watching if you want to learn how to turn this grown out balayage into a super glossy blonde. So first I gave Demi a really good haircut. Her ends were super dry and she hadn't had a haircut or colored in the last 9 months when I did it last. So I started highlighting around the face first with Super 7 half 5 volume and half 10 volume. And yes, that absolutely will lift to a level 9 if you want it to. I mixed in Core Restore to protect the integrity of the hair. You can see here as I'm highlighting around the face first, I start to pivot to create depth and stronger highlights. I then go in between some areas and add a low light. My low light is 6WN in Clean Liquids because I wanted to add warmth and shine. If the color's too cool, you won't get as much shine, but if it's nice and warm, you'll get even more shine than usual. Through the tip outs, I use Super 7 1 to 2 with 20 volume, just so I could get a little extra lift. Whenever you are doing a tip out, you need to go up a little bit with your volume so it lifts at the same rate as the highlight. Once I'd finished off the face frame, I then moved around to the neckline to connect it all through. Through here, I'm making sure my highlights are super textural to make sure I add enough dimension. I go as deep as I need to until the corner of the haircut is completely full. I go in between each highlight and add my low light, which again is 6WN in Clean Liquids. I then tip out with the Super 7 and 20 volume. Once I finish the neckline off, I then move around to the face frame and connect it all the way through. I'm using the J Hair Care medium size foil so it's nice and wide. Once I get a little bit more length in the hair, I'm using the extra large color foil too. You can see here my weaves at the front are a little finer. The further away I get them, more thicker and more textural. This is just so I get a nice soft face frame while increasing the amount of dimension in the overall color. I'm making sure that I kind of blur it up to the root. I don't want to lift her root all the way out. I just want a nice warm area so that when I shut her back down, it kind of deposits and has an anchor to hold on to. Or through the tip outs around the front, I'm keeping them thicker this time because I want them to be warmer. So I'm over directing them to the face area, keeping them a little bit thicker. And as you can see, I keep my brush nice and flat. I don't turn it sideways. I keep it flat. That will give you a much more seamless blend. Once I'd finished off the entire face frame, I then connected the back to the front. The face frame on this head of hair was a lot because I wanted to make sure that all of her face framing layers that I added in were connected through into her